Hello guys and welcome to a Skyrim guide. This is a guide to the first quest in the game, Unbound. And so thanks guys, thanks for watching, thanks for deciding to watch Skyrim with our channel. So here we are, loading up the game on the PC. Got it on Xbox as well. I am a fan of the series. And I have to say, it already does look distinctly better. Even the main menu looks better on PC. And so here we go. I shall let you enjoy the first few minutes, the first sort of cutscene, I suppose. I'll just pop in with some info. The main quest, which is the first group of quests that I will be doing guides for, it consists of 3 acts, and Unbound is obviously the first mission of the first act.
That thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, they could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
We're all brothers and sisters in binds now, thief.
Shut up back there.
What's wrong with him, huh?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric? The Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they've captured you... Oh gods, where are they taking us?
I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
Why do you care?
A Nord's last thoughts should be of home.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
General Tullius, sir. The headsman is waiting.
Good. Let's get this over with.
Sure. Mara, Dibella, Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
Look at him. General Tullius, the military governor. And it looks like the Dalmor are with him. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this. This is Helgen. I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Vilod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny. When I was a boy, Imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
Who are they, Daddy? Where are they going?
We need to go inside with them.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Inside the house. Now.
Whoa.
Yes, Papa.
Get these prisoners out of the carts. Move it!
Why are we stopping?
Why do you think? End of the line. Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
No, wait! We're not rebels!
Face your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them! We weren't with you! This is a mistake!
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
No! I'm not a rebel! You can't do this!
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me!
Archers! Anyone else feel like running?
Wait.
Oh dear.
You there. Step forward.
And this,
Who
guys, is
are
the
you?
character creation section. So you have your main races. You've got the Argonians, Bretons, Dark Elves, High Elves, Imperials, Khajiits, Nords, Orcs, and further down the list we have, well, I'm assuming it goes Wood Elves as the last race. Red Guards, Wood Elves, and that should be it. Yes, Khajiit Orc, Khajiit Nord Orc, Red Guard, Wood Elf. So, for the purposes of this tutorial, I just pick one at random, and this will be the character I use for all of my main quest guides, and he is an Orc. And I sort of just skipped through the character creation section. I just pick a preset face and off we go. I think I mess around with the presets a little bit more. As I told you, I own an Xbox copy of this game as well, and so I was unfamiliar with PC controls. So if at points throughout this quest walkthrough I seem to be taking a little time to do things, that's because I don't really know the PC controls. For example, at one point I don't know how to back out of a menu, and at another I don't know how to access my favourites, but I know how to do both of those now, so don't worry. And here I just bring up the Steam tab for some reason, but this is where you name your character. And as you can see,
You're
Oh,
I
from
picked the
one of
name
the
Granick,
strongholds, Orc.
just because it
How
sounds
did you end up here?
sufficiently
Captain,
rough.
what should we do? He's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure your men's return to Osenium. Follow the captain, prisoner.
So, it's nice. We start out about to be executed in the game. And of course,
Ulfric
I don't think you will hate me too much for
Some here
spoiling
in
the fact
Helgen
that
call
you
you a
don't
hero,
get executed.
But a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
What was that?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius.
Hmm.
Give them
I
their
wonder what
last
that was. Can you guess?
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the eight divines upon you.
For the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over.
Nern, as you wish.
Come on! I haven't got all morning.
Now, as you can tell, because this is the first mission of the game, it's not exactly hard, and you probably don't need a guide to tell you how
My
to do it.
ancestors are
But,
smiling at the Imperials. Can you say the
This,
same?
you know, we have to start this series somewhere, and we're better to start it than the first quest in the game.
You Imperial bastards!
Justice!
Death to the Stormcloaks!
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the Orc!
Oh no, not us.
Here it is again. Did you hear that?
I said, next, prisoner!
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
Oh, lovely.
What in oblivion is that?
Sentries, what do you see?
It's in the clouds.
Dragon!
It appears to be a dragon. And, so, as you can tell, we don't get executed.
Come on, the gods won't give us another chance. This way!
And the way this quest walkthrough series is going to work is for each quest line I do, I will use a different character. So for the Thieves Guild I will use a different character than what I am. The same. I will use a different character from the one which I'm using for this, which is the main quest guide. So in this one I'm using an orc, and maybe I'll end up using, I don't know, Wood Elf or something in my Thieves Guild guide. And there will also be other series on the channel, such as a guide on effective character builds, which I will be releasing, but that will be over a much more long-term sort of period of time, because it takes longer to get the footage for each of the different aspects of those character builds. And then the other guides I will do for Skyrim are unique weapon locations. So a guide to finding all of the unique weapons in the game. And as you can see, you have left your initial companions and arrived here
Keep close to me if you want to stay that way.
some other people.
Gunnar, take care of the boy.
And your objective is to just make your way through Helgen with this guard here. Hadvar, I believe he was just called.
Stay close to the wall!
Old man.
Quickly, follow me.
I get a bit singed here, but as I said, this quest isn't very hard, especially this segment.
Stay close.
Now, up and coming is a choice, so to speak. You choose whether you continue with Hadvar, I believe his name was, or Brailoff, I believe the other guy's name was. So it's also a choice which affects your standing with the two warring factions in Skyrim. Yes, if you go with Brailoff, you side with the Stormcloaks, but I choose to go with Hadvar in this tutorial, and I saved the game quickly, so at the end I can go back and show you the slight difference that picking Brailoff. The slight difference between picking Hadvar and picking Brailoff at the end of the video, so you'll see that it's just a few minutes long. But yes, as I said, it affects your standing with either the Empire or the Stormcloaks, and if you pick Brailoff, then you are siding with the Stormcloaks. If you pick Hadvar, you're siding with the Empire. But at this stage in the game, it doesn't matter who you pick, as you can end up siding with the other faction straight away if you want to. So bear in mind, it doesn't really matter who you pick. If you pick Hadvar, which is what I've done, siding with the Imperial, you get put into this room and you just walk over to the chest marked Warden's chest and pick up the armor and key, as well as the sword. But yes, there's some other chests in this room with some loot, but none of it's particularly amazing. Throughout the tutorial I try to use different types of weaponry in combat, so later on you'll see some magic or axes. So I hope you'll enjoy that. And this is the point where I didn't know how to back out of the menu, embarrassingly. It's tab, by the way, if you're wondering, but it's not marked on the screen, and I am not a PC RPGer, so to speak. I tend to use Xbox controllers on PC games, so I hope I figure it out soon, because I've not got much more to say. Yep. Oh yes, this is another interesting feature in the game. You can zoom in on every object in your inventory and rotate it and look at it. It's a really neat feature that seems almost unnecessary. Although one feature that I don't know if they've removed, but I haven't seen yet, which has annoyed me greatly, is the ability to move things around without picking them up. As I always used this in Oblivion to decorate my homes with swords and armor and potions and all sorts of things like that. And that's not in this game, so it's not exactly a pivotal feature, but it was nice to have for decorating your home in Oblivion. Yep, I am an idiotic retard. Oh look, I figured it out.
Let's keep moving. That thing is still out there.
And yes, I searched this chest here. It has a helmet and some gold. 1 gold. And this chest's empty, so.
Better down here than out there.
We need to get moving. That dragon is tearing up the whole keep.
Just give me a minute.
Another Skyrim series that you guys might be interested in is Turk's Sights of Skyrim series, where he will go around showing you beautiful and important locations throughout the game, such as the main cities. And this is the room that you first enter if you decided to go with Ralof instead of Hadvar. And so yeah, the only difference really is who you fight along the way, because you, after this point, you're just going the exact same route with Ralof as you go with Hadvar. And I'm not sure what I was doing here. I was increasing mouse sensitivity and lowering difficulty. That's an important point. I lower the difficulty in this because throughout this series I will be going on the lowest difficulty, just so I don't embarrass myself and waste time by dying. But bear in mind that it will be harder for you than it is for me during this series. And so we move further into the keep.
Let's go. Let's keep moving.
Then there are also a few optional objectives throughout this quest, but they are the same in each quest. However, if you do decide to help Hadvar at the start, you notice that the objective is to find some equipment. If you choose to side with Ralof, the objective is to loot Gunyar's body. And as you can see, third person does look very nice in this. Better than it did in Oblivion, much better.
We need to get out of
My orc does look badass.
These Imperials have potions in here. We're going to need them.
Did you hear something?
And so here we attack some Stormcloak soldiers who are attempting to break into a barrel with some potions, which is one of the side objectives, to pick up the potions from the barrel. So here we are, optional objective, search the barrel for potions, and I'm just looking through their bodies. Here, potions are really pivotal in this game, and you get three main varieties, or 4 I suppose. You gain health potions, which heal you, magicka potions, which restore your magicka, and stamina potions, which restore your stamina. And also, there are another wide variety of potions as well that boost your damage, etc. And also poisons, which are an important potion, especially for people who like to assassinate, be an assassin, be sly, sneak around, that sort of thing. Here I pull out a hide shield I picked up from a dead body, and I show you some sword and shield combat. In this room there is combat, but it depends when you arrive. The torturer and his assistant are in this area, and as you can see the torturer's assistant is there, but this is a useful place to get equipment in this little room here. There is a mace and a shield, and it's a good place to pick up a blunt weapon if none of the enemies that you have killed so far have been carrying them, as well as a better shield. And the torturer's assistant, I mean, he can die. Like the first time I played through, he was dead by the time I got here, but he does travel with you
Come with
for a
us.
little
We need
while.
to get out of here.
With you and Hadvar, or you and Ralof, depending on who you picked. And another side objective is in this room. It is a cell that has a dead mage in it, and if you lockpick your way in, which is the sort of lockpicking tutorial, he also has some really good clothes for mages who are starting out, and people who want to specialize in magic, as well as a spark tome. So it's a destruction spell for you to learn, and at the start you start with two spells, I believe. You start with a restoration spell to heal yourself, and here you pick up the lockpicks. It's important that you know. Yes, optional attempt to pick the lock of the cage, and you also start with flames, which is a destruction spell, which just turns your hand into a flamethrower, really. Now lockpicking's not that difficult. Well, it can be very hard if you've not got high skill and or no perks in it, and you are doing master locks, but they're pretty easy, especially novice locks. So here you are, there's a magical potion, spark spell tome, and some gold, as well as the mage's clothes, which are really useful items for aspiring mages. It improves magic regeneration, I believe.
There's no way out that way.
And so here we continue on with Hadvar and the torturer's assistant.
What?
Where in Oblivion are we supposed to go? Where's the way out?
The prisoners are escaping.
Here you engage in combat with some enemies, and your first archers against you in the game. There are some archers over on the other side. And it's not a particularly hard fight, but that shiny substance on the ground is oil, which you can set fire to sort of attack your enemies by surprise. There's also oil traps. Oh, and there's a nice fishing move there. But there's oil traps throughout the game you best be wary of, where there's a tripwire attached to a lantern which drops into a pool of oil if you step through the tripwire, and this is where the torturer's assistant turns back to help the torturer. I don't know why he'd want to. And you can pick up a bow here, which is good, but you get given one later on. I'll explain that when we get to it. This is where I ignore completely the tooltip that pops up saying it's Q to access your favorites in game, and I later on I just don't know how to access all these favorites that I'm setting. But I'm setting all these spells to favorites, so I believe I use the Sparks spell tome to learn the Sparks power, and I dual wield Sparks and Flames, which is a very nice, powerful destruction combination.
Overhead.
Let's see where this goes.
As you can see, we are crossing a bridge. What a great commentator I am. And trust me, there's another fight coming up soon, and you see some magic in action. It's nice. No going back, it seems.
I guess we're lucky that didn't.
There are a couple of secrets in this area. Not exactly hard to find, but if you just follow this river left instead of straight ahead, then you shall find them. I'm just testing out spells here. But if you follow the river left, you'll find some extra loot, really. And here I move on, and I was confused by this. I'll show you in a minute. But here's some combat, and as you can see, these combined spells really. I mean, my magicka is strange because I'm an orc and I'm not exactly a magical race, but these spells are very powerful. And this is when I was trying to access the favorites menu, and I could not really see how. I didn't know that it was Q. So I believe I end up swapping weapons manually to a warhammer. Or not. Why would I put a Why would I put a shield on when I'm about to use a two-handed weapon? But here you go, and you see some lovely warhammer action. An incredibly powerful weapon. And another finishing move. I was slightly disoriented at this point. I did not know which direction was the right direction. It's that direction. But I have to go back to get Hadvar because for some reason he fails to follow me into this fight. But it's not a particularly hard fight. I suppose I am doing it on the easiest difficulty. You might want to make sure Hadvar's with you when you go in here, when you're doing it. And again, I waste my time. I begin to think Hadvar's gone on ahead of me, because I didn't see him back there, but in fact he is still at that initial river. As you can see, this is where I show you some bow combat. I like to think I cover most of it. Sword combat, heavy weapon combat with the hammer, magic combat. And it's not a particularly large amount of bow combat, but it's there. So here we are, Hadvar, waiting at the river.
Better down here than out there.
What do you call an underground river? I wonder if it has a name. And you get given a bow and some arrows by Hadvar here anyway, but that's just in case you didn't pick them up off of the enemies earlier.
Hold up. There's a bear just ahead. See her? I'd rather not tangle with her right now. You might be able to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow, and watch where you step. Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. Might take her by surprise. Not the sneaking type, huh?
And there's your bow combat. You do double damage if you are undetected when you strike an enemy while you're sneaking, and on the lowest difficulty this is enough to one-shot the bear, but I do believe on higher difficulties you will need to continue fighting it if you choose not to sneak past it. And here we are approaching the end of Unbound, where you leave your little cave trip into the vast world of Skyrim. And it is a beautiful and large expanse of snow and grass and all sorts of people. So here you go.
Wait!
And that is a dragon, if you didn't guess. As I said, I am a talented commentator.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back. Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's
and so there we go, we have completed Unbound and started before the storm. You can expect before the storm sometimes during this week or weekend. So thanks for watching, guys. There's a little bit of footage that I load up about what happens if you decide to go with Ralof instead of Hadvar, but it really doesn't make a huge difference. Although when you reach the Torturer section, I believe the Torturers are enemies. I didn't bother playing that far, as like I said, it really doesn't make a difference. nothing you do in this quest is of particular importance. But here we enter, and your objective is to loot Gunyar's body instead of finding equipment. And basically they are the same objective with different names. This is where you find the equipment instead of the chest if you go with Hadvar.
Just like the children's stories and the legends. The harbingers of the end times. We better get moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off. There you go.
He does have veiny arms,
May as well
doesn't he?
take Gunyar's gear. He won't be needing it anymore. That armor on Gunyar isn't doing... All right. Get that armor on, and give that axe a few swings.
And here's some axe combat coming up. As you can see, this is the room you enter relatively quickly after going with Hadvar, but you enter it straight away if you decide to go with Ralof. And as I said, it doesn't really make a difference who you go with. This is just some bonus footage, I suppose. Some Imperials come up and you have to fight them and pick up a key off their body for the door that you travel through, no matter who you go with. I don't know why I bother looting here, as this is not the save I use. I use the save where I go with Hadvar, and I will be using that save for the rest of the tutorial. But I will also show you what happens if there are any other split choices, places where your decisions take you in different ways, and different directions, different places throughout the campaign. I will show you if it's significantly important what happens if you go both ways. So yeah guys, here we are approaching the end of what I bothered recording. So thanks for watching the video. Give it a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more content in the future. So thanks for watching guys, and well, I guess we will see you next time.